Recording in progress.
I don't know what that dream is that you have. I don't care how disappointing it might have been as you've been working toward that dream. That dream that you're holding in your mind, that it's possible. That some of you already know that it's hard. It's not easy. It's hard changing your life. That in the process of working on your dreams, you are going to incur a lot of disappointment, a lot of failure, a lot of pain. There are moments when you're going to doubt yourself and say, God, why is this happening to me? I'm just trying to take care of my children and my mother. I'm not trying to steal or rob from anybody. Why did this have to happen to me? For those of you that have experienced some hardships, don't give up on your dream. There are rough times are going to come, but they have not come to stay. They have come to pass.
Greatness is not this wonderful, esoteric, elusive, God-like feature that only the special among us will ever taste. You know, it's something that truly exists in all of us.
It's very important for you to believe that you are the one. Most people, they raise a family, they earn a living, and then they die. They stop growing, they stop working on themselves, they stop stretching, they stop pushing themselves. That a lot of people like to complain, but they don't want to do anything about their situation. And most people don't work on their dreams. Why? One is because of fear. The fear of failure. What if things don't work out? And the fear of success. What if they do and I can't handle it? These are not risk takers.
You spend so much time with other people. You spend so much time trying to get people to like you. You know other people more than you know yourself. You studied them. You know about them. You want to hang out like them. You want to be just like them. And you know what? You've invested so much time in them, you don't know who you are. I challenge you to spend time by yourself.
It's necessary that you get the losers out of your life if you want to live your dream. But people who are running toward their dreams, life has a special kind of meaning.
When you become the right person, what you do is you start separating yourself from other people. You begin to have a certain uniqueness. As long as you're following other people, as long as you're being a copycat, you will never, ever be the best copycat in the world. But you will be the best you could be. I'm telling you to define your value.
That everybody won't see it. That everybody won't join you. That everybody won't have the vision. It's necessary to know that you are an uncommon breed. It's necessary that you align yourself with people and attract people into your business who are hungry, people who are unstoppable and unreasonable, people who are refusing to leave life just as it is and who want more. The people that are living their dream are finding winners to attach themselves to. The people that are living their dreams are the people that know that if it's going to happen, it's up to them.
If you want to be more successful, if you want to have and do stuff you ain't never done before, number two, I'm asking you to invest in you. To invest in you.
Someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. That you don't have to go through life being a victim. And even though you face disappointments, you have to know within yourself that I can do this. Even if no one else sees it for me, I must see it for myself.
This is what I believe, and I'm willing to die for it, period.
No matter how bad it is or how bad it gets, I'm going to make it.
I want to represent an idea. I want to represent possibilities.
And some of you right now, you want to be, you know what I'm saying, you want to go to the next level. I want to counsel, I want to be an engineer, I want to be a doctor. Listen to me, you can't get to that level. You can't get to the level economically where you want to be until you start investing in your mind. You're not reading books. I'm challenging y'all to go to conferences. I dare you to invest time. I dare you to be alone. I dare you to spend an hour getting to know yourself. When you become who you are, when you become the person that you were created to be, designed to be who you were designed to be, when you become an individual, what you do is you take yourself and you start separating yourself from other people. I challenge you to get to a place where people don't like you, it don't even bother you no more. Why? Because you're not concerned with trying to make them happy, because you're trying to blow up. You're trying to get to the next level. I need you to invest in your mind. Invest in your mind. If you still talk about your dream, if you still talk about your goal, but you have not done anything, just take the first step.
That you can make your parents proud, you can make your school proud, you can touch millions of people's lives, and the world will never be the same again because you came this way. Don't let nobody steal your dream. After we face a rejection and a no, or we have a meeting and no one shows up, or somebody say, you can count on me, and they don't come through. What if we have that kind of attitude? The car's repossessed. Nobody believes in you. You've lost again and again and again. The lights are cut off, but you're still looking at your dream, reviewing it every day, and say to yourself, it's not over until I win. You can live your dream.
¿Me escuchan, jóvenes? Buenas tardes.
Can you hear me? Can you listen to me? Please confirm in the chat if you can hear me. Good afternoon, everyone. From our dear Madrid here at Europe, a greeting to every single one of you. Good morning, good evening, good night to everywhere that you are listening to us, that you are always in our heart and always sending you good vibes and always wishing the best regards to your family. Trust me that this project that we have been working on, and this is looking stronger and better every single time, not only because of the company, but because of all the leaders that are participating and that little by little, they are getting into this beautiful community. Before anything else, congratulations to everyone for all the success that you had in September, and this just rocket launched. Let's hope that October is going sails away and that we are now, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to be living the best moments of your life. I'm going to be talking about this and how to identify and how to help your group to have this huge explosion. And then after this, the poverty just going to be behind us, and how one takes the best decision in how to take this network marketing, how everything just goes behind you. So thanks to our dear Dan Reyes that is working there over Vietnam, and they're making a wonderful job. And I hope that we are going to be soon with you. We're going to be going through Korea, Philippines, Vietnam, and all those countries that are claiming for this opportunity, and just go with this great opportunity that we're having here at Decentra. And also our dear friends at Peru, that we are going to be in Peru in November. I think it's going to be November 12th. So correct me if I'm wrong, but we're going to be doing an event at Peru, and I'm going to be personally there at Peru with all those wonderful leaders that we have at Peru, and to see that rebirth that is being generated at Peru, that is just going to be wonderful. There are 3 countries that it has always been so important for this community, and because of the numbers that I have seen, that is Peru, Mexico, Colombia, and Peru, and thanks to those countries that always doing the work and opening the path for others, because you are going to be legends in this industry, and I can see both sides and say, hey, me, a legend, but I think that you still don't know and don't understand and don't get the idea how important of the job that you are doing right now, because you're not only fighting for your jobs and building a community of disruptive finances, but you are showing the world where we are headed. There's nothing more than the glory. after that job that we are doing every single day. So congratulations to you all for this job that you're doing. And I have seen it in the numbers, how October is going to be a lot better, and how we're going to duplicate the numbers of September here in October. So if you're not duplicating the numbers, then you're just going backwards. So always in my conferences, I always said the same, because it's really to take into account that when you're traveling to other countries, when you are speaking and talking with other distributors, there are cross lines. So those cross lines are the people that will listen within the community, but they are not belonging to your downline. So those are cross lines. So when you talk to cross line, and I don't have the responsibility of the growth of every single one of you, and you have your leader, that leader that is alongside with you, that is stuck and glued to you, that is the one that you need to listen, and that's the one you need to follow. So if today I say something that any person from your hospice line or your upline is the contrary, you have to do what your upline says and not what I'm saying. And this, I understand it when I started 34 years ago with the biggest on the industry, and these connotations that are so important for a community grow, knowing that everyone knows where we can achieve and where we can influence. So the cross lines and the possible speakers, mentors, and everything else that can get into your life are not as much as important as your hospice line or your hospitality line, because they are going to be with you. And I know that many of you have told me, hey, Gorka, I would like a lot more support. Well, we all want that support, but that's a rule of multi-level. Disregarding, you always want to have more of the things that you are given as an executive, as a leader, because we all want more, and that's just normal in life. And don't feel bad about this. So if your upline and your downline tells you, hey, I need more, I want more, because there is a point where you cannot cross that line. Because in the hospitality line, and how can you support your downline, and how can you support your descending lines, and how can you support your uplines? So let me tell you something. Always when we are thinking about support, they're always thinking downline, but they don't think about their upline. So the cross of multi-level tells the 4 ways, whereas you have all your attitudes focused. Is learning, support, service, and all these qualities that has a leader that are not cockiness, that are not prepotence, that are not those attitudes. The only thing they do with these attitudes is to stop us from the path to success. But this has always has been uplines, company, system, and downlines. So if your upline says different things that I'm saying, you need to follow the indications from your upline. How you know? We and all the corporate and the leaders and the top leaders of this organization, within this organization, we know how important these training systems, the importance of these training systems. So as today, through Zooms, when I was a young person, it was through conferences, and we paid a lot of money just to connect with the Republicans that had this information. Later on, going to be through metaverse, but I don't see multi-level growing if we don't have training systems of orientation systems for the distributors, because the compensation plan is the source of everything. And after this, there's a lot of techniques that are involved in network marketing that can make you grow. I can tell you that I have met 1,000 of people through my career, and I have seen a lot of people that are successful, and all the successful has a system that they are following. There are other ones that might say, hey, no, the system is wrong, but it's not if the system is right or wrong, because at the end, you're going to develop in what you believe. So a lot of people, when they don't have this in their life, whether it's Decentra or something else, but they tell you yes, but they do not believe on it, and it's from the mouth out. So that's the first seed that you need to sow in network marketing, is this absolute belief where you don't have any doubt. So I'm be working these days with so great leaders that within those conversations, there's always some areas when they let out that negativity to that positive attitude. And this is something that I want to recommend, because people needs to be a virgin to grow, because you cannot have doubt in your life. And if you have a doubt as a person, as a community, as a program, as action, you are not going to be successful. So parting from the base and the foundation, before helping anyone else, am I prepared to help someone else? Because a sign beneath us, it doesn't mean that we are prepared. That means that we have our downline, or 2 or 3 or 300. But having an organization, that does not mean that you are prepared to lead that organization. And I don't know that many of you, you see, that's what happens to my upline, because this conference is not to make a diagnosis to what happens to your upline. These conferences of Compass is to make an analysis and a diagnosis of yourself, that you can measure my words and you can analyze your business. And through all this conference, you can just go running to make changes, because the person that will not change and doesn't evolve, and the person that will not evolve cannot lead other people to get to the results. So now you need to ask yourself, I need to change, because this is not enough what I'm doing. It will be too cocky for us to say I have all the knowledge of network marketing, because this has no point. You have to wake up every single day with the humbleness of saying, what am I going to change? What am I going to do? Where will I take my information from to improve? Because when I talk with people that are dear to me and they care about me and they ask me about my past, I'm going to tell you something. I have learned from them a lot of them. And I have learned in the conferences and all the system that I've been through. And I have learned a lot. Actually, in the DTS conferences, you can learn a lot if you are in the right attitude to learn. I have also learned, and I think that my balance is 40-60. 40 in Zoom meetings, 40% of conferences of other people in reading, in audios. There I have learned my 40%, where I learn what I have to learn and not to how to do and not to do. It's in action. When I'm telling you in any conference, is the 60% is a personal experience of my own. And I think that the best way to grow in network marketing is not have that fear of ignorance, because you are going to make mistakes. But the topic is, how will I act to not have so many mistakes? How will I redirect the boat towards the direction I want to? There are people inside this company and Decentra of the things they are doing, and they are doing great, but they feel doubt about it, because there are people that will not take actions because of the fear of being mistaken. And a person will learn a lot from those mistakes. So the problem and the issue is not to be mistaken, but the problem is to not acknowledge that mistake. For example, when I work with Johnny, because when Johnny tells me in the things that I'm wrong, and sometimes he can tell you, hey, sorry, I messed up, but why? Because you need to be willing to recognize before taking an action that will lead you to success or headed you to success. So those people that are leaders and that want to be leaders without listening to the people in their environment, the people around them, with their listening, their downlines in their upline or the corporate of the company, where they're always stood up in that absolute knowledge and owners of the absolute truth, this will not grow. They will not grow simply because that attitude of being the owners of absolute truth is harmful. Just when you know or recognize that you made a mistake, you are willing to change. I will give you an advice. See, if you believe in the cross of multi-level, you can have some years for your personal life, but you need different years in caliber in a different way for the business. Perhaps in your personal life, you don't like to hear where you had a mistake, but in network marketing, you have to be willing to listen the opinion and the feedback of other people where you can improve. Maybe you might not know Angie, but sometimes she tells me what I'm doing wrong. And there's no issue and no problem and absolutely nothing with edifying or undefying and saying, I'm the boss and I have to do it this way because I said so and I'm the boss. No, because life is not this way. So if you want to grow, you have to listen to the people that are around you, near you. And then you can know where you're having that mistake. How many times you have go to a consultant to do X or Y or Z, and you go to a leader to have an advice of that leader, and then you hear that the feedback, when you listen to that leader, they're just listening, but you're just hearing, but they're listening. Because not all the things that you're listening out there is true and right. You always need to have those two perspectives and not take it as an absolute truth. So listen to this. Always have the two opinions and never take sides. The only side that you need to have on network marketing is on growth. Listen to this, because there is a lot of people that sacrifice organization within this industry because they will take sides on either side. When I start seeing and watching that I need to focus on growth, and it was the same if it was my brother, my cousin, or my best friend, that they have a different opinion of other person. I was not a judge. I was not an executioner, because I was putting all the people before growth. How many of you happens that to the leader, that they complain to the leader that their hospice line are not supporting them? So they're escalating within their hospice line, like if we were swimmers, and they just escalate, and you're seeking the empathy of that hospice line to where you're telling about hospice line and you're talking about you, or how many of you have done it? Hey, listen, Gorka. They just tell me that call like, hey, Gorka. When they're telling me, hey, Gorka, is that you need to understand. Look, that such and such. So just let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not the perfect leader, and you are not the perfect leader. There is no perfect leader, not even you. So don't use perfection when you are not being perfect by yourself. So when this happens, what I do automatically is to go through the numbers and go to the results. So who is having those results? Who is taking actions? Because I can give you the names of 20 people that are continuously calling me to know how to grow. Hey, if I do this, if I do that, and I go through this way, and that way. And they have other 20 people that are telling me all the reasons why they haven't grown. So you need to be a leader, and what you need to measure that success and those numbers and those results. I'm not telling you to make someone to go away. So if you're in this industry, you need to identify who came here to grow and who came to here how to justify why they haven't grown. It's not that you're not gonna lose their love or their support away, but you need to know that the direction and the path that you've been through your success, it doesn't depend on your evaluation or your judgment in a situation, but in the results that you're having. So then, and therefore, so if Angie comes here or Johnny comes here with two different opinions, I will see who's growing. And I will see who's more focused on growth than criticizing others. Because at the end, you will always find, and listen to this, you're gonna laugh. But if right now you have a case in your group and seeing who you will support from them, and you see their numbers, you will see as the same computer and the same system at the back office, it will give you the answer to whom you need to support. It's not a popularity contest. We're not choosing the queen of the carnival. We're picking the people that are having the results, like Javier Galeon and Maria, that are the ambassadors at Europe. They are working just amazing. And they were telling me, because they have some good leaders and wonderful leaders. Let me square this up. From the Galeote family, it's not when they show up, it's when you seek them, when you search for them. So listen to this. Leaders is not when they show up. You need to take away that vocabulary out of your mouth. Oh, let me see if I can, if a good leader appears. The leaders are out there, but when you are seeking them and you are searching for them, then you're going to find them. So we need to go out there and start searching for the people that will help me to have my financial freedom. If you ask the Galeote family, for example, that you have a growth in the last month, when you see it more clearly, now or 3 weeks ago, and I'm sure that 100%, you're going to say today, because there is an action that will back up a belief. So there is no, if I have luck and someone appears. So when you are focused on searching a leader, you're going to find them. So one of the most common questions is, how can I support my group, my organization? But you need to understand that the speed of growth of the group is proportional to the leaders that you're finding along the way. So the growth speed of your group is directly proportional to the leaders that you're finding along the way. If you go to this right and the left and you're with the same people, you need to be worried because there's two things happening. First, you're not working in the right place, or there's always the same people. So if you're not seeing that the leader, that there are new leaders, because new people, there are going to be thousands. We're going to be 3, 4, 5 millions worldwide, but not all the world are going to be leaders. So your capacity of identifying a leader, and listen to this, if your capacity of giving the priority, and I come back to the Galeote family. The other day in the Spain tour, we need to do a small modification because we have an amazing leader. No, we don't change nothing. No, I'm welcoming those changes so I can support that leader. So when people does not understand that in network marketing, then when you find fire, you will pour gasoline. So if you go alongside the woods, pouring gasoline without fire, so you have a small fire and you pour gasoline, you're going to make a huge fire. So in network marketing, it happens the same thing. But we're going with that gasoline can and pouring gasoline that everything is just going to ignite. And where there is no ignition, because therefore the leader has to be where the growth is. Okay. Such as the investment, as where the leader is, has to be where the growth is. And I will repeat it again, because this is the most important. You are not where you like. You are not where you want to be. You are where the growth is. And if you went through your lines, there's a leader, you start going depths, searching for that leader. Let's understand this. Network marketing is not, I put a leader and I find another one. No, it's I find a leader, I will make a work plan, I will stick to it, and at the same time, I'm seeking other leaders. But it's not one for the other. We dream in finding that leader, and when we find them, then we're not searching for another one because we have that unbalanced teams. So how wrong are we? That's why we are not growing. So let's see, if we're working on a binary, we have left and right. Hey, Gorka, they give me a position. No, you're wrong about this. You have no idea of what you're doing right now. Hey, they give me pour, or they give me spill. Yeah, it's one of the techniques in network marketing. Yes, all right. But if you are not learning how to work in a binary, you're never going to learn how to be successful in this industry. But it's not because it's 1 or 2 or 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It doesn't matter the people that you're assigned them. It's because you're not understanding the greatness of this. So when I see leaders and I coach leaders, I realize that one of the most common sickness is the antipathy. We're carrying in one side and you are working in the other one. So what is happening? Because there's a lot of people that understand that they will make a whole side, and that is not true. A network marketing leader will not think this way. A multi-level leader start working with both sides, and they give me $300,000, $50 million and points in a side. But a leader will be working in both sides. Both sides. Both sides. Now my hospital line is also there. Well, you also need to be there. You have to be working. Then do not complain if people will not edify you. Do not complain if people does not respect you, because you haven't worked with them. And the respect, you earn it on the field. You will not earn a respect with a pin or a rank. I can give you a rank at Decentra, but I cannot give you the respect. How many leaders have I known that they were making a lot of money, and in the first opportunity they had, and their line just went running because it was a pin, it was a rank. They're two completely different things. So if you want to have a long term, you need to seek that respect. Not the ones that I'm talking about, the people that are behind them, that love them, that support them, that are always with them. You will realize that they have something in particular. They're out there on the field supporting them. They're aching every single day. They're having that pleasure and fighting every single day. Not a fake leader that only appears on Instagram and photos and pictures. Hey, my leader is a lot of Instagram, but he's not with me. And I ask them, and have you asked yourself, why is that person is not with you? But also of the other side, there are people that are complaining, but they're not evaluated. So if your leader is not with you, then you need to get worried. Be worried. It means because you're not the one with the biggest road. So don't look up to find guilty. Look inside. What can I do for them to pay attention to me? For example, I would love to listen to work with Omar Salazar, and he has the biggest results. And Business for Home is remarking this. So why don't you do the necessary to make him look at you? As simple as that. Once a leader from Amway, if I don't know your name, get worried. So if I don't know your name, that you're not here right now, it's because you're not having that growth. Because stars, we know them. So when you have the support of your auspice line, what are you asking for? Because there's a lot of people that are telling me, how do we need to support? But let me give you an advice. Seek for solidity. Look for the long term. That longevity of a multi-level is not in their compensation plan. It's in their structure. The longevity of my business is in my structure, is within my structure. Why? Because if you are monopathic and you have a long run in your organization, but they're not making money, even if you are the Dalai Lama, they need to eat. So you need to find that balance, that your structure is solid. Hey, Gorka, we achieved diamond. Hey, congratulations. Hey, my brother, congratulations. And then I asked them, how ruby you have, how many emeralds you have. So you're for yourself, not for other people. And the true leaders in this industry, they're making $1 million that I've known, that they have made millions of dollars for the long term, because there's a lot of leaders that I met every single day that say, I'm within this company, I have 250 million people, and they want to sell me. They want to sell me who they are. You know, when I know when a leader is good, because they don't need to tell me anything, because I know them. Because at the end, it's not how many people you had, but how many people are following you. We can have a mouthful and say, hey, I'm this and that. But tell me, what is next? How many people are following you? So therefore, this structure means the solidity of this structure if the people are making money and if you treat them correctly. So they are not leaving other place because they want to build with you. So one of the things that you need to understand of the pillars and the support of the hospice line, of their upline, And their downline is where the productivity is, the volume is, the production is. Where is it? So the work plan that I have for this week, am I working where the business is growing the most? Or am I trying to pick up people that they are not going anywhere? So think about this. Because let me tell you something. Because people that wants to be at Decentra, there are millions out there. So one of the qualities that a leader has and how am I supporting my downlines and having in the mood of closing, not in the mood of excuse. They have all of these people in there telling me, hey, Gorka, support me. Support me in what? Into picking up your butt from your house? I don't came here to do that. Do you want me to support you accepting the excuses that you're giving me? I didn't came here to do that. What did I came here for? To grow an organization, to build an organization. So if you're capable to leave that sentiment out there and to be practical leaders and to say, let me help these 3 or 4 that they want to be working and they're willing to pay the price. Because all the community at Decentra, they all want to be black diamonds. Now we're doing a survey and all the people want to be black diamond, but who is willing to make the work? So who's focusing on this? And this has been created about this. The problem is that when you evaluate to make a work plan with your group, the problem that you see that is for too long, that you're watching it for too long, is the person and you are not seeing the numbers. In multi-level, you have to see the human beings, but you also need to see those numbers of those people. Otherwise, if they're not producing, where will that lead you? The best legacy that you can give for your organization to be amazing is to be people of success. I remember that when I get to this community, I heard Oscar Mendoza and Omar Salazar. I met them a few years ago, but I never met Oscar in that time. And now I had the pleasure to be drinking with Omar, and it was a pleasure just to know them because I never met him before. And it's impressive how we think that we believe people until we get into the mood of listening. And has a talent without saying other description. It's just amazing, amazing talent. I thought that before I met him, what did this guy made Omar for this guy? Because it's not normal that a guy like this talk about like this of their outline with that confidence, with that security, that courage. By the end, you get to one conclusion. They're talking of their outline because he admires them. And second one, because he took him to the results. So if the people admired you, but you don't take him to those results, that has a caducation date. You need to take them to the results, and I see it every day, even amongst the executives. Because the temptation is there. The temptation of being on focus is there every single day. Every day you need to have enough arguments to not lose focus. I mean, that's why I give the video that I just love it from motivation. I have seen that video, just saying it lightly, about 300, 400 times. Because when I get up and I realize that Gorka is not in the right attitude, I start sending those videos. I'm brushing my teeth, taking a shower, and hearing to the same video. Why? To start with my neuro-linguistical programming. Because there's not going to be anything, any obstacle that day that is going to take me down from my goals. Hey, I'm going that same video again. I hope that you are seeing it 20 times a day. I wish that instead of listening to the things of your friends, the bad things of your friends, listen to things that empowers you. And why not? That telling you don't quit until you make it. Why not be doing this? Even more. Many of you have asked me in the last event I was at Culiacan, how will I reprogram myself? You have a tactic over there, how to reprogram yourself. So if you let that the outside and negative be more important than the positive, your direction is towards negative. You need to be focused always to success. Thus, you need to get and set right information and positive information to your brain. So if it's the same, hey, don't worry. But if it's positive, then it's not wrong. But you're gonna fail if you are not in the right positive attitude. And what else I need to support my people? Well, you first need to support them and go by order, establishing goals and dreams. You cannot be a work plan if you don't have first establish those goals and dreams. I know that we are old school. I know that many of us, when we talk about this, when you heard about me, Shane, Emmanuel, David Casanova, like Johnny that has like 300 years in this topic, they look at us and they're telling me, old school. The people are just moving because of the money. Then we are wrong. And what if we are right? You're focusing people to their dreams. Focus them into their dreams. Give them goals, but not give them motivation goals. Set them real goals that people can achieve and get them. That's your first goal as a leader. It's not how much you're going to produce for me. It's how much you are going to produce to get in your dreams. Because when you teach people how to follow their dreams and when that person is working, they're thinking that they're working for you. Therefore, the attitudes of people is like, I'm doing you a favor of bringing this person. You are not doing any favor to me. You are doing a favor to you. But when you have that attitude, it's because I didn't work with them. When they are thinking in someone, if they are working their dreams, of course they're going to be chasing their dreams. So first, establishing their goals and dreams. That's the first. Second, planning of growth. Growth planning. Those plans need to have that growth planning towards where we're headed and how we're going to get there. As simple as that. I will dare to say that 60% of the people that has done network marketing worldwide, over 24 million people, they could be more assertive and get through a lot more speed or more fast, or even just get there if they had their poor path. If they have that path already done. So who is the work of doing that path? From the person? No, it's from their auspice line. If their auspice line is there, seated alongside with them, next to them, planning and drawing what they have to do to get to the goal that they set for themselves, definitely people will get there. The people are doing network marketing like the blind mind stick. They are just moving that stick to everywhere because they don't have that planning. You need to plan. When this call is ended, just sit down and ask yourself, did this month I plan with my organization? Where do I want to get people to achieve with my community? Where do they want to get? Where do they want to achieve? Have I done it? Did I? Didn't I? We're in the middle of the month. So if you haven't sat down, you cannot be always giving your qualification to the momentum that you might have. Let the momentum, they a lot of time thinks that this motivation, that is enthusiasm, but most of the time of the momentum of companies are programmed by the same leaders. So if you want a momentum within your organization, you need to program all your actions, all the things that are going to happen. So you need to sit down with your group and to plan. You want to get Ruby, you want to get Emerald. So how are we going to do this? How am I going to help you to do this? All the leaders that I have worked with, I'm always with the best. Always with the best. Always with the best. There is this that is kind of good. They have a lot of history in this industry. Yes, I don't care. I just simply don't care. I'm with the one that are having the results, the person that is working. Find people that just got in, that they couldn't sleep because of their excitement and their emotion. So go deeper. Helping your people is not to give them money. Helping your people is not just set a candle to the Virgin Mary. Is to start working deeper and deeper, because the masters of multi-level, they know that every 25 generation, there is a black diamond. Do you know why I know that this is going to explode at Europe? Because we have wonderful leaders and we have some great ambassadors because of their work capacity, because they can give 20 plans a day. I cannot follow the rhythm. You hear them speak, and sometimes they motivate me, not the other way around. Fourth, they don't stop seeking for new people. Never stop seeking for new people. They sign 20, but the good one is called X, and they're not wasting time with that person, with the first, with the second, the third, the fifth. No, they go directly and straight to the person that is this X that they know is going to be great. What does this imply? What it implies is that you need to understand that a binary are on depths. That if you have 20 depths, it doesn't mean that you have 20 lines and that you don't have 20 leaders. So if you need to understand that if you start today, we have Joseph, Savior, Mary, Raphael, and then I start going down to the 25th generation. You know when you're going to be retiring. No, Gorka. No, truly. It's true. It's proven. And multi-level. All the great leaders within all the companies are not in the first level, are in the depth. So at the end of all this, where's the key to no more marketing? You know what is it? Is to give the plan, and give the plan, because this conference will not take you to black diamond. The plans that you make are going to lead you to black diamond. So what do we need to do? A leader that is in a rush is a leader that will never stop presenting the plan. Hey, Gorka, I give in groups at night. Well, you became the leader of the carnival. Because they're giving the plan all day. Hey, I'm too tired, Gorka. It's more tiring not to do anything. So focus, people, to start working into the depths, because sometimes we go deep and then we go to the right, helping all the people, and hey, this guy doesn't have the check, and then we get lost. Instead of going down with the person that is working and having the result with the best that is down there, and perhaps it's not the last one. We need to go where the fire is. And you are going to see and watch how your growth is going to be exponential. Establishing goals and dreams. Second, planning of growth planning, where we're headed. How many of you are capable? Listen to this. Based on the planning that you made raise your hand right now because you know they're going to be duplicating your numbers due to your planning. Just raise your hands. Please raise your hand. It's just impressive because there's so many people that are in this meeting, but I don't understand. 15 hands are raised. Well, 22. So do you know how you're going to duplicate your downline? The other day I was talking at the end of the month with a leader and he said, congratulate me, I got there. Congratulate me, hey, I got to Ruby. And how do you get there? Hey, I thought I was not going to make it. And then the conversation went sour. He started becoming to be a victim. And I said, but how didn't you? Because the last 3 days, I thought that I was not going to make it. But there appeared some points that I was not expecting, and then I got there. I hope you are not thinking like this. And I hope that you are not thinking that they're going to send you some points or the Holy Spirit is going to give you some points, because this is called planning, useful planning. How do you are going to achieve diamond? Through what? Through work and planning. Because if you are not planning, I guarantee you that you are not working in the right system and you are not going to have this growth. What's the guarantee that people believe is that you are their son's mother? Well, when they are seeing your results. Third, personal assessment. Personal growth assessment. Not excuses, growth. You are not a priest, you are not a psychologist, you are not a psychiatrist, you are not of any kind of profession in life, you're not a Harvard professional, neither Tarzan's mother, coach. You are professionals in multi-level. And when you sit down to do a coaching, you need to be practical and where we're headed. So if I got together all the hours where you have sit down with people that ask you for a coaching or training or assessment or a consultant, and he went the wrong side, and why not? And because of the why yes, then you could be a millionaire. Because I don't have time to see why not. I have time to tell you why yes. And we're going to do it this, and this way. That's personal assessment. Personal assessment made on growth. What is your goal? Is your goal is to be good with that person or to make that person grow? Be practical. Be practical. The other day, they came here to criticize a leader, and they're saying, hey, this guy is just a beast. How did this person dares to criticize? The numbers are never going to be wrong. And if you want to stay, well, just stay there in standby. But be careful, because you're not a psychologist. You're not the owner of the absolute truth. No one. So what's your best feature? Who's growing? I will see just who's growing. Fourth, economical help, economical support, financial support. All right. I will give you some controversial phrase, and I'm saying at the end, so you cannot throw me stones at me. It's out of place because it's the most controversial multi-level topic, and not from now, but from since it started. How will I support economically to my downlines? So most of the cases, downlines think that uplines and companies, they don't have funds. They don't have funds, that the upline is here just to help me financially. So ladies and gentlemen, either you like it or not, this conference, either you learn or not from this conference, someone are paying for this. Now, then tell me, if your company is not paying and giving and sending money to your pocket in this moment, because not always money will come through fiat, the cash, or giving me money give me Bitcoin to travels and to doing this, and that, because not always the support is going to be in this way. You know why I don't talk to many leaders? Because they know what to do is to ask and beg and beg and beg. Because like if this was a cow that you can milk it every day until you're satisfied. Because when I got to network marketing, I make it without money and always being grateful because of all the things that they made for myself. Thanks to my uplines to showing me this industry and to make the techniques to me personally doing it for myself. Economically support your business where the organization is growing. You will not support financially to make it grow. You will support financially where it's growing. So listen to this, please. Hey, support me because I have to make a travel to this place and they're just going on vacation to Cancun. No. We support where the growth is, not where there might be. And if people want it, you're not an ATM. Did you listen to this? You are not an ATM. How many in this conference agree with me? So if you don't like being used as an ATM, then don't use your upline as an ATM. I can show you how there is multi-level in history of this industry that there has growth and they have 10, 12 million dollars without setting a single dollar. Not a single dollar. Just setting the biggest currency that is effort and work. Are you telling me that I don't need to financially support my organization? No, I'm not saying this. I'm saying that we all need to have a measure. Hey, Gorka, they want me to invest even so much percent of my check. No. They do not decide how much you're going to invest. If you want to invest, get together with your hospital line. How does my organization need to invest? Just how much? And you need to invest. Yes, of course you need to invest. You need to invest in travels, in generating an open. Perhaps you need to invest in something, but they will need to invest. You're entrepreneurs. You're businessmen. Hey, I made $10,000 and these $10,000 are for me. No, you're wrong. You're a businessman. If you made $10,000, you cannot spend $10,000. That's your own business. You're independent entrepreneurs. No, it's that it's giving me the money to buy the Mercedes. No. That money that you're investing in that car that you do not need to impress them people that they don't even care about you, you can invest in another person that they're going to giving you the results. You're a businessman. You're an entrepreneur. And the entrepreneur invests. But for the downline, I'm telling you that the upline is not an ATM. It is always give me, give me, give me, give me, give me. And I'm being honest. There are leaders in this community that I'm telling you, I cannot even talk to you right now. And now that they're in the conference, they already know why. So whom that are here in the conference that you talk a lot with me in the chat, you know now, know why I do not answer. And it's because when you are calling me, it's because to ask. And it's not like, hey, Gorka, can you tell me what am I messing up? Hey, can you assess me? How can I achieve diamond this month? Can you teach me how can I get to black diamond? No, no, no. It's just ask and ask and ask and ask and back and back and back. And they are complaining later. Hey, Gorka, why don't you answer me? Why do you want me to answer if you're just asking things? Because you're just asking and asking and asking. So you need to be smart. When you're asking for your hospice line, you need to know what you're asking for. The money, we have to respect it. And the money that you're asking for the corporate, the money that you're asking for your hospice line, and the money you're asking, hey, man, please think about this. I just want you to think about this. Do you think that I had sometimes that, and there are people that are still seeking for me, and I haven't answered to them, and I haven't answered them because I don't want to. And you know why? Because when I'm an entrepreneur and I made a pact, and I tell Omar Salazar, I'm gonna give you $3 for this if this happens. He's expecting those $3, and I'm waiting for it to happen. And if it doesn't happen, I'm not here. Why? I'm not here to listen why it didn't happen. And you can tell me whatever it happens. But when you're in this business, if I support you, it's for you to give me results. I don't have the pressure to invest in my business and then I don't show the results. So we need to be professionals. So do you agree with me, ladies and gentlemen? Raise your hand who agrees with me, because it's a delicate thing in network marketing. And I don't want that you will be working hard in life, that for you to get the money, to get the dreams of your family, and you have your paycheck in a mortgage because you gave more value to the investment. You give more value to the investment than your own work. Fifth, talk to the downlines. You need to talk to your downlines. I get tired of telling people that you need to be talking to them. And there are good people. I'm not saying just the one that makes you waste your time. You have to be talking with the good people. Continually talking to them via the chat, giving them a call. There's not like voice. So you can calibrate people, because this is so amazing. Sixth, help people to promote the events. I hear the statistic of DTS. And I want to congratulate all the people, because we're doing so great. Yesterday I have with all the trainers at DTS, and I want to congratulate to all of them. Hey, Angie, give me the names of the leaders that we had yesterday, because it's worth to pay attention to say their names. And the people that are working every single day at DTS. And I would like for you to give them a round of applause for all the things that they're doing, because they're working it so great. They're doing it so disciplined. And we have some amazing plans for DTS, but let me tell you some things. And there's people in here that they don't know about this. Today we have our dear Stephanie Ortiz. We have Karen Moreno, Joel Sanchez, we have Roberto, Daniel Gonzalez, and of course, Angie Aguilar. We are planning the future of DTS. And I've not seen enough applauses in the chat. I'm not seeing enough claps, enough applauses, please. I know if you can see them. So please, a round of applause, because the most of the success made to us, because this is the work that they are doing. And I know of this professional that they are doing. And I want you to show you the numbers. We're talking of some numbers. Thanks for the applause. Thank you, thank you. I thought that the chat was closed. Sorry about this. We have over 378 videos through TVDecentra. 378. Not 4, not 5, not 6. 378 videos. All right? We have in Spanish 412 videos. And we have in English 168 videos. And let me tell you something. I have seen that at mornings, and I will not say names because something will happen to me. I have truly seen, and I will not supposed to be saying this because acknowledging and not edifying. I should be edifying also the result of Decentra. But I have seen true mastership in network marketing. I have seen some things, and I have seen some conferences that I said, just my God. Not even a quintuple diamond of other galaxy can make this. And when I'm taking notes, hey, but who is this animal? What is this guy saying? But they're so good. Tremendously good. And I don't know. What do we need? Because Decentra is just setting everything out there. And they have 412 videos in English, and there are 168. And they're automatic. They're already translating to Vietnamese, Korean, French. Also, that is coming strong. Also, the conferences from Colombians. I'm trying to remember a Mexican guy. I don't remember their name, but I'm remembering that he was more lost than the red hood. But I got into the conference just to meet him better. But he just gave a spectacular conference, and I have a lot of notes from him. It's just amazing how everyone learns every single day. So 278 videos. Just look at the greatness to where we can grow. So once a week, we're having about 10,000 viewers. Jorge, I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you. Hey, you like gossip. We have around 10,000 people a week. The conferences at DTS. Just a big applause, please, please, please. An applause. And this is real. And you know that I will not congratulate without scolding people. Hey, at DTS, they told me, hey, is this call made for us to scold us or to congratulate you? So around 10,000 people weekly, because this is not easy. So let's keep following the system. Let's make people addicted to DTS, and you are going to have enough information for them to grow and to have this explosion. And the markets, top 50. Number 1, Mexico, our dear Mexico. And I want to congratulate Mexico because it's not the source, the origin of this community is the talent that they're having. And I'm edifying you because I have heard wonderful things. 2, the USA. 3rd, Colombia. Peru, they're also there. After that, we go to Nigeria. Interesting. Then we go to our dear Spain, that they're just gonna keep rising. And I just keep quiet because that one's gonna grow. Next one is Australia. I don't know if you are understanding this. The important that I'm saying. You have no idea. If you could have, because if it's the same if you are at Puebla or Colombia, Machu Picchu, wherever you are, what I'm announcing right now is how can you make international your business? How to make it international? Better than this, you need to keep thinking it, making it international. 6, Nigerian, 8, 9, Canada, 10, South Africa. Greetings to all my friends at South Africa. And I want to make official, and I want to make a conference only with the people at South Africa. Personally, I want to do it with you, that you are listening to this. Please look for me after that conference, after this conference. Search for me so we can make that special conference. And I want to make that conference with you. After that, we have France, Puerto Rico, and others. So the growth is there for you to seize it. The countries are there for you to grow your business and just explode your business. Like the video says, you can't. You can leave the dream. You can leave the dream, but you need to keep presenting the plan and the plan and the plan and the plan. When I realized that no one can steal my dreams is when I understood that I can become a warrior and a Spartan warrior in this business. When I realized that nobody can take away my dreams, and that I can have enough people around the world to make 1, 4, 5, 6 organizations, because what we have more in the world is people. So this is important enough to start seeking for people to start making our dreams. You don't have enough people, and listen to me. You are never gonna have enough person, because your happiness and your success in network marketing is in those new people that you are meeting every day. Because there is no any other paycheck than bringing the joy to your life to helping other person to fulfill their dreams. We're a community that we have changed in so many points of view. We're a community that we need to prove. Someone asked me something in this book, and my answer was, I'm not here to talk, I'm here to prove. And if I'm talking, I'm not proving. I'm one of the people that thinks your actions needs to be louder than your words. We need to help a lot of people to fulfill their dreams. I'm not be worrying for 3 or 4 or 5 people, to be honest, because it's a lack of respect and education to focusing on other people that is not you, to help you to build. And let's do the things right to make this last for 100 years. Why not? Let's inspire in virtues and values. Let's inspire people and show them techniques and teach them techniques so they can share with their family and make this business to change completely. Because history books are going to be saying that Decentra was not only a community that changed the disruptive finances, but I would love that in that same chapter of the book that talking about us, they also say about how we change the world and how we change the world through values and virtues in the attitudes of gratefulness, of compassion even, because being a leader is also compassion of the people that are lost because of all the things that they talk about of what we are, and to be a proud community of what we are and what we do. There are leaders so strong that are coming to this company. There are wonderful leaders that are coming to this company. And I'm not just talking because I only talk by talking. I have a wonderful event at Peru, and at the end of the year, we're having an event at Vietnam because we're going to explode those numbers. So be ready. Vietnamese, get ready. Vietnam, get ready, because we're going there, and we're not going to throw the towel until that market explodes. And I will love the market of Vietnam, like any other market, explode within every single one of us. And just announcements, next week on Tuesday, Omar is going to give us a talk of the compensation plan. So listen to this. Within this conference, we have X, the conference of Omar, has to be 20X. 20X. Omar is going to explain by the first time all the points in the compensation plans. Hey, I already heard of the compensation plan. No, it's going to explain compensation plan for you to understand it. Thank you, Omar, for all the things that you're doing. Thanks for that impressive work. Neither DTS, Stephanie, Karen, Daniel, Joel are gonna let me lie. But when we talk to Omar, he's always willing to do the job. So it has always been a pleasure to be with you. My best wishes and best regard for your family. And have a great day, great night, and see you next time.